This unit focuses on writing a memoir or a narrative essay. First of all, I want you to look at the narrative essay or the memoir. We can use those fairly interchangeably next to the essay structure as we discussed it earlier. Before, we talked about an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, a thesis with a controlling idea, a body made up of paragraphs that help develop the thesis, and a conclusion that returns to the main idea and explains the significance of the paper's topic or main point. If we look at the memoir or the narrative essay, you see that the structure is fundamentally the same. The difference is how we develop the body of the paper. The narrative is considered to be a rhetorical pattern, that is, a method that we use to develop an idea, but you notice that we still have a hook that catches the reader's attention. We still have a thesis. Your textbook says that the thesis for a narrative essay or a memoir is not required, but for our purposes, we will require a thesis statement. I want you to still state the point of your paper. It comes at the end of the opening paragraph, the introduction. With the memoir or the narrative, the body of the paper is a story. A story is composed of a sequence of events, what happened in what order. We need to include a setting, where and when the story takes place. And finally, we have characters. That is, the people who are involved in the story. And as with any piece of writing, we have transitions that help us follow the sequence of events. Finally, there is a conclusion. And for the memoir or narrative essay, the conclusion is the insight that is gained from the story. An insight, the dictionary defines as the capacity to discern the true nature of a situation, to penetrate an idea, to know what it means beyond what we see on the surface. And then a second definition is the act or income of grasping the inward or hidden nature of things, or of perceiving in an intuitive manner. It serves the same purpose. It returns to the thesis or main idea. It summarizes or synthesizes the main point, and it relates them to something larger, exploring the significance of the paper. It tells us what we've learned about ourselves or the world or relationships within the world. So when we look at a narrative essay or a memoir, we're looking at the same fundamental structure, the same basic pieces, but the body of our paper is developed through the telling of a story. We have a point, and the story helps to illustrate that point.